Agriculture is one of our basic preoccupation in Nigeria. Most of our villagers are agriculturally based people. But since oil was discovered, we keep just paying lip service to agricultural development. As a matter of fact, federal government has no business in budgeting the kind of amount of money they budget for agriculture, and we don't know how that money is spent. I believe that as part of the restructuring, the federal government will have minimum control over agriculture while encouraging states to develop and implement strong agricultural programs. However, the federal government will put the appropriate structure in place to monitor agricultural development and growth. Also, our administration will make and enforce policies to boost the development of this sector. I recall, as governor of Plateau State, I spent within the 8 years of my governance in Plateau State 10 billion naira to develop agriculture. And there, if you go to those agricultural training centers, each was equipped with 100 tractors at the time I left, with all equipment that go with every tractor: planters, ridgers, harvesters, a workshop for maintenance of these tractors, soil testing laboratory, water testing laboratory. All that was needed for a farmer was to go and just book his farm. They will go there, take measurement of the farm, test the soil, test the water, and advise the farmer what can best grow on such soil. And they will now bring the tractors from the ATCs and farm the farm for the farmer. And those of them that didn't have the means to pay for the services, we did it on credit. And during harvesting, because we're sure of the harvesting never fails, by monitoring all year round until the crops reach the stage of harvesting. And when they now harvest, the ATC now take the cost of the inputs that they have given, and the farmer was happy with what he's been left with, and he's looking for the following year again to have the same thing done. And farming became attractive in Plateau State. Even the white-collar job people now started dropping the white-collar jobs and going in for farming because it became farming without sweating. And I think this is what is needed all over Nigeria, because any nation that cannot fit itself is not worth being called a nation. Nigeria has so much arable land that we can fit ourselves through agriculture and go into exports and earn foreign exchange through agriculture, and not only depending on oil sector. The federal government under my leadership will create agriculture research institutes nationwide, which will receive massive boost by reorganization and funding to help produce seedlings and necessary inputs for the Nigerian farmers. The government under me will abolish the existing grazing routes and encourage ranching by animal husbandry farmers. I believe here that as we sometimes give loan through the agricultural banks to agro farmers, also the same can be done with the animal husbandry farmers, and they can buy land, establish their ranches, and run their business without creating problem anywhere, because the animal husbandry does not only consist of cow. If you have whatever animals that you are developing into a farm, they will destroy the farm. It's not only cows that destroy farm. So we should look at that area very seriously, and that will bring peace and security, and people will be able to earn their livings successfully and in fact become exporters of what their products are. Again, we'll look at national greening program to maintain a healthy ecosystem for the sustainability of life, as research has shown that Nigeria's ecosystem is rapidly being degraded, even as the Sahara Desert is expanding into the nation from the northern part of the country. This is very, very important project that should be undertaken with every seriousness. Otherwise, our population will completely be deroded from the northern part, and again, it will create crisis when people start moving down and start fighting for land all over the place. We'll also look at the rehabilitation of the lands and waterways in the Niger Delta to make it suitable again for agriculture and navigation.